I welcome you all to this interactive meeting, which was convened in furtherance to my established leadership standard of engaging all strategic leaders of the force, from the rank of commissioners of police and above, in the Nigeria Police Force to seek feedbacks on policing and internal security developments. The conference also provides a unique opportunity to dissect current law enforcement realities and engage all-inclusive approach to reevaluate our policing strategies against the backdrop of the dynamics of crime in the country. This is with overall goal of re-energizing the force in sustaining a stable internal security order. Beyond these agendas, the main purpose of this conference is to review the evolving political programs as laid out by the Independent National Electoral Commission and chart clear pathways to ensure a smooth electoral process in the countdown to the 2023 general election. As you are aware, in compliance with Section 94, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act 2022, INEC has confirmed that electioneering campaigns by all political parties could officially commence on the 28th of September 2022. The import of this is that the national political space will soon become active and the possibility of increase in politically related offenses may become heightened across the country. As the lead agency in internal security, in the election security process, the political campaign security governance is primarily the statutory obligation of the Nigeria Police. In this regard, I must remind you that the provisions of the requisite professional leadership to achieve our election security mandate rest squarely on the shoulders of all of you that are seated here. In the performance of this strategic responsibility, the Electoral Act 2022 and the Code of Conduct and Rules of Engagement for Security Personnel in Electoral Duty, which was issued in 2020 by the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security, must remain our guide. These two election security instruments grouped the mandate of the Nigeria Police into 4 key fields as follows. 1. Ensuring the safety and security of all persons and properties that will be involved in the entire electoral process without bias. 2. Strict enforcement of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Criminal/Penal Code, as well as the electoral laws without fear or favor. Number 3. Security, traffic, and crowd management at venues of political parties' campaign, rallies, and other activities relating to elections. And number 4, the security of the public space towards guaranteeing a crime-free and enabling environment for the political campaigns and other components of the electoral process to strive. In the performance of these roles, we are expected to maintain an oath of neutrality in accordance with the Electoral Act, be always at alert during our electoral security deployments, exhibit a high degree of professionalism and fairness in our dealings with all parties. We are also expected to adopt a professional orientation that emphasizes democratic values and respect for human rights and dignity, while being mindful of the duty imposed on us by the law to protect all electorates against illegal acts and dispense our duties without discrimination. As a critical actor in the electoral process, the outcome of the credibility of 2023 general election will be measured by the extent to which we abide by these professional and legal standards, as well as the nature of our decisions and actions as we interface with political parties in emplacing appropriate machineries to guarantee a peaceful electioneering campaign process. We must leave no citizen in doubt of our commitment to national peace and security, as well as our unwavering determination to advance the democratic and national security interests of our beloved nation. The 2023 general election The processes leading to it will certainly put us to test in this regard. Drawing on our widely commended performances in the recent elections, however, I am very confident and I trust that you shall not fail both the police institution and the country in the upcoming electoral engagements. In aid to this process, and as the ban on public campaigns by political parties is lifted by INEC, you must note the following. 1. Familiarize yourself fully with the Electoral Act and the Code of Conduct and Rules of Engagement for security personnel on election duty, and situate all your decisions and actions within them, as well as your legal obligations under the Constitution, the Nigeria Police Act, and other extant laws. 2. Note and be strictly guided by the fact that all quasi-security outfits that are established by various state governments and local communities and which are operating under different nomenclature, structures, and orientations have no legal role under the Electoral Act and within the electoral process. Hence, you are charged to ensure that they are not in any way or manner utilized by any political or community actor for any role during the electioneering campaign and other electoral processes in the countdown to the 2023 general elections. Such will amount to acts in illegality and potent threat to national security, which could be inimical to our nation's democratic interest. Accordingly, as you return to your command to prepare for the electioneering campaigns, the commissioners of police across the 36 states of the Federation and FCT are directed to do as follows. 1. Liaise with the resident electoral commissioners and the leadership of all the political parties in your commands towards mutually coming up with a campaign timetable that will address possible conflict both in terms of date, time, and venues of political campaigns for such state. The political campaign timetable for each state should be forwarded to the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Department of Operations, who will collate and forward the comprehensive layout to my office not later than 27th September 2022. Submit an election security action plan that will detail your deployment plans for the security of all the venues of the political campaigns as they affect your commands. These should also be submitted to my office through the DIG operations not later than 27th September 2022. Convey the decision banning all quasi-security outfits in the various states and local governments or communities from electioneering campaign and other politically related activities to your state governors, local government chairmen, community leaders, and the leadership of all political parties in your commands for their guidance. In so doing, it should be clearly emphasized to them that any unauthorized quasi-security agent found to be engaging in any election or political activities stands the risk of being arrested and prosecuted along with their collaborators. Redirect your intelligence activities to monitor possible elements that might be attempting to threaten the electioneering campaign process. Promptly isolate them and frustrate their illegal and undemocratic intentions. Number 5, ensure that you upscale your deployment to dominate the public space to ensure that criminal elements do not take advantage of the active political space to manifest their criminal intents. At this juncture, I wish to firmly advise all political actors to subsume their campaigns within the extant legal frameworks, avoid actions or speeches that could inflame the political order, and above all, cooperate with the police in our drive to guarantee a peaceful electioneering campaign. I also wish to sternly warn elements whose perception of democracy is the application of violence to have a rethink, as the Nigeria Police under my watch is committed to dealing firmly with such characters within the dictates of the law, and in furtherance to Mr. President's desire to bequeath a legacy of entrenched democratic values to our beloved nation. To this end, I assure all citizens and the international community of the optimal preparedness of the Nigeria Police Force to support the Independent National Electoral Commission in ensuring a peaceful electoral process that will manifest in a credible outcome of the 2023 general election. I, however, recognize that the police cannot achieve this alone. The understanding and support of all citizens, strategic political actors, and the international community remain vital. I particularly acknowledge the critical role of the media in this process and specifically encourage all media practitioners to place national security interests above their sentiments and avoid projecting news items that could engender tension and violence within the political space as the political campaigns commences. On this note, I am delighted to welcome you all to this all-important conference. I look forward to a professionally engaging meeting and pray that Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should continually protect you all as you commit to advancing the democratic journey of our beloved country. Thank you for your rapt attention.